Lowered expectations.
Oh, we've already begun. I was looking around saying, I hope I get everything I need here so I don't have to, you know, where should I put this? Yeah. This is, oh, welcome. Welcome to the Lighthouse. This is going to be the Lowered Expectations collective reading. Again, this could cover all kinds of areas, right? All kinds of problems, all kinds of personal or outer world things, right? This music's too loud over here. I try to have some ambiance, but sometimes the sound is not good. So this is, again, the lowered expectations going to be for the next 2 weeks from the 1st until the 15th. We have some overview messages here, some advice here, some lessons we learned in the past, or things we needed to accept about certain things of the past. Again, past, present, future. And I asked for 2, but 3 came out, so I kept them. And also what was at the bottom of the deck for this one here. Well, Queen of Cups is at the bottom. No, I only use this deck. Never mind. Usually I'm using the future cards just for the future, but I decided to use the same ones for all of it, so scratch that. But again, we have Ace of Swords there at the bottom, which is about seeking wisdom or guidance or having some kind of clarity or awareness in regards to a situation, an idea, right? Wanting to seek out more information in regards to this. We have the Falcon. And he's still got the little blinders on. So again, there's something that there's a truth one is seeking. And it could have something to do with some kind of reunion. We got 3 of Cups here. All right. We also have the Lovers, which is, we also have the Devil here. So this, again, could possibly turn into some kind of relationship situation. If not, or it's an important decision. So we're wanting to be clear. We're wanting to get as much information as we can in order to make this decision that will ultimately affect your life in a great way, in a big way. And we also have Queen of Pentacles under that. So I guess this could be you, or someone that you're dealing with, or someone that you're considering dealing with, right? And this, she's holding the Ace of Pentacles there, looking into her, what she wants for the long term, right? What she's built up so far, what she wants for the long term. Or again, is this someone that you feel that you can build with long term, right? This is the Mother. This is the, someone who is possibly got her own business. Or again, someone that you can build a business with, right? I'm noticing the rabbit there, and it made me think of the Alice in Wonderland. I'm late for a very important date, Maybe someone's wondering if they're too late in order to make some kind of plan or commitment or implement something here in the real world, in the 3D. One that's seeking higher guidance. Again, we got 2 of Cups here. We got worrying, King of Swords, Queen of Wands. So again, another leader. So there, the Fool, Temperance, feeling stuck over here, wondering if we should deliver a message or make some kind of thing. Is this a wish fulfillment or what? Or Again, maybe these are things, again, that's from the past, because this is supposed to be going backwards, but maybe we had something, we lost something, we're wondering if we can have it again, we're seeking truth, we're trying to understand what the hell to do over here, right? And this is, again, some chakras that we might need to work on, some advice, and things that you can take action on now, what you can change. So let us start with the overview of chopped wood. And that card, if I'm remembering correctly, has to do with kind of take care of the things you need to take care of, the things that you can take care of. Lay your ducks in a row, make a plan, Don't be so, excuse me, overly stressed or about things that you're unclear on, or about the future. Make those little steps now to take some kind of action. Sometimes we think and think and think and think it's too long, And now, the window is open for a lot of things here, astrologically. And if you're in a twin flame, or you think you are, again, the titles really, it's just, I don't know. But I mean, maybe it's not just, I don't know, because for twin flames especially, there is a definite, a higher purpose, for that. And if you are both incarnated at the same time, which isn't usually the case, that is an opportunity for you to ascend together. It's supposed to be your last lifetime. You got to work through the karma of the past lives and your own individual stuff. And again, if you can come together, maybe you're meant to do something together, especially now during this time where we're at, the crossroads here of the human race. But, there is an importance. This is supposed to be, the other half to you. This is, soulmates, of course, are people that are in your soul group, or people that you've had past lifetimes with, people you come from the same place. But a twin flame is almost like twins in the womb. You come from the same soul. This is what they say. And also twin flames, they have more of a divine mission as far as doing things for the collective, including everything they've been through on their own. That is helping the collective. This is what they say. But I digress. Chopped wood, essential meanings: being grounded in everyday experience and humility. The oracle's message: there are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments. There's the clarity there, the Ace of Swords, which brings you even closer to what you seek. So again, sometimes when we're away from something for a while, say that the distance makes the heart grow fonder. Or again, you have different perspectives on things with time, for good or bad. Something you once thought was good can turn out to be bad, and vice versa. Right? It's all about trying to understand the reason why all things happen, the roles that certain people play, reason, season, and lifetime people. Our own, again, purpose, or why we're here, or, you know, what we do day to day, right? And sometimes, again, it isn't so much the big leaps or the big things, it's the little steps, the little things every day that lead you towards this, or again, or allowing time to pass so that, again, we can see things from different perspectives. Relationship message: nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple: just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. So again, this kind of speaks about being the fool, which seems to be the repetitive theme here. Once we've played the fool, now we're being asked to be a fool again. Hopefully not in a bad way, because we've, again, learned from the past, we're applying what we've learned. This is what the universe is asking many people to do, to get out of their comfort zones, to get out of their hermit modes, right? To mend things that need to be mended, take care of things, unfinished business, right? Making those small little steps every day to create and manifest and heal and let go or reconnect or whatever it is, right? And kind of have a lighthearted approach to it, you know, so that we take the heaviness away as much as possible. It depends on what you got to clean up, depends on what have you. It might feel whatever, but at least to clear the slate, to whatever it is, it allows for the new beginning, for the fresh start, right? And to kind of try not to burden something that hasn't had an opportunity to show itself or prove itself. Again, projecting things, you know. Keep things simple, be in the present moment, not in the future fearing, again, imaginary scenarios, or in the past and regrets, whatever it is. Prosperity message: now is the time to take small steps rather than larger leaps on the journey to creating your most prosperous life. Move your focus off your big dream and attend to the mundane chores. Focus on the little things that may have piled up while you've been mapping out the greater plan for the life you aspire to see manifest into reality. Chop wood, carry water, as the Zen proverb advises, or wash dishes, walk the dog. While you're doing all that, Spirit will have a chance to move mountains and set wondrous miracles in motion for you. Remain humble and aware of the present. Protection message: are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? The appearance of this card is a sign that you might be devoting far too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to get out of the chair to make things happen. You actually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you have begun to take incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, take one step towards the gods and they will take 10 steps towards you. So again, we can't be too much in our thoughts and no action. Something requires effort, right? We can't be saying, oh, we're going to allow the universe or wait for the universe to bring what it's like. What are you doing to aid in that? You have to, you know, it's a co-creative thing. So if we're too much in our heads and not enough real world, well, how can things change? Right? So that's that. Then we got, let's do these people. Tale of Mossy Gold. And then trilobites. Oof. I'm speaking cockabugs over here. Ew. Woo. I'm not a bug person. Nope. Some of them are alright, but most of them are not. They're just too many legs. Tale of Mossy Gold. Unkept and untended, my scales go unmended. The longer I slog through the mire, sullied and tattered, bedraggled and battered, lacking the care I require. So this is called, some people letting themselves go. Look, sometimes, but these things can change. You can lose weight. You can change your outfits. You can, so these things are temporary. So don't judge yourself. Don't judge other people because, hey, sometimes life's tough. And sometimes you go through phases. Sometimes it's your hot phase. Sometimes it's the not so hot phase. Sometimes it's the thin phase. Sometimes it's the chubby phase. Whatever it is. These things are trivial and temporary and matter not. But we must put in some kind of effort, which is probably what the chop wood is saying, because you never know what may be coming or what's around the corner. So instead of being in our heads and not doing anything, we can focus on ourselves and our health and our projects and whatever else. Stop being a bump on a log, right? A red-headed mermaid blushes with chagrin as she exhibits her tail. Once a shiny gold, the tail is now tinged with green swamp moss, visible evidence of personal neglect. See, I told you. Let's say, everybody goes through the phases. You can't be, have some compassion. Not everything is all the time, But just make some efforts, because that shit gets old too, right? Eventually you say, I'm tired of looking like this. I'm tired of not being able to fit in the mic stuff. I'm tired of, everybody gets to that point. And sometimes it's when something else comes in unexpectedly that even more motivates you, because you're like, well, shit, I gotta get myself together here. Sometimes again you need a little outside help. That's why people get life coaches. That's why people get personal trainers. That's why, But we need to obviously pay a little more attention. Divination message: do not forget to take care of yourself. You have been feeling run down lately, and with good reason, as you have not been listening to your body's natural cues. Now it is time to take care of yourself before things get any worse. This is probably where the chop wood was coming in too, about stressing, freaking out, thinking about, past, worrying about the present, freaking out about the future. It's just about try to take your mind off of the stress and the mental gymnastics, and just do what you can. Remember the importance of sleep. Too often we think sleep as an inconvenience or as an intrusion on our busy lives. Take the time to recognize it for what it really is, a wonderful, natural way to restore the body, mind, and soul. I know that's right. Nothing like a cozy bed. And it's going to be dark, like a cave, right? Sleep is the best, especially if you've got like chronic health problems or you got like chronic pain or just whatever. Sleep is where it's at because you're not feeling nothing. You're not feeling your body pains. You're not feeling you're not stressing. You're not, unless you have nightmares. I don't know, but for the most part, it's the only time that you have peace, right? So make sure that you're getting enough because it's rough when you don't. Keep your body clean. Make it a point of keeping the outside of your body clean through regular showers and hand washing. Do we really need to be this specific here? Do people not know this? I don't know. But how we treat the inside of our bodies is just as important. An emphasis on whole and natural foods can do wonders for your well-being, as can abstaining from dangerous chemicals and potentially harmful controlled substances. Finally, do not forget to exercise. Any amount of physical activity is better than none, and even a few extra steps per day can be beneficial to your health. I try to go every day, at least for my walk. Now, you have to, especially if you do a lot of stuff. Like my neck right now is killing me, especially when you do a lot of stuff where you're at a computer or sitting down a lot. It's important to, and this can cause, weight gain, too much sedentary, not enough. Making time in a day again for physical activity or, compartmentalizing different things so you get more out of your day. We talked about that in somebody's reading, feminine's reading, or it must have been the feminine's lowered expectations reading. But yeah, there was an emphasis on physical health, and stress can take a toll. Let me tell you, I know. I have PTSD, so it definitely ages you when you've been through a lot of stuff. So it's important to take care of yourself even more. Antithesis. Of course, we have to look at the negative side. Do not get obsessive. Your attempts at self-improvement are commendable, but be watchful that your approach does not become overzealous. It is not healthy to obsess over cleanliness or physical fitness, so make sure you shift your focus to other tasks and activities from time to time to maintain a balanced lifestyle. There's all kinds of things. There's people got body dysmorphic disorder, people that are very obsessed with their looks. You got both ends of the spectrum, right? People look like they need to take a little bit more care, and some people that are too obsessed. This is where they can get into too much plastic surgeries or things because they are not, sometimes we gotta feel like we're good enough, and not be so chasing this idea of perfection that really is ridiculous. But we don't look like a hot mess either, so again, it's the balance, right? 44. Trilobites. Rome was not built in just one day, nor fossils formed in one season. Timeless concepts oft take time to convey. Without doubt, this provides us good reason to slow down, sit back, meditate and delay, take stock of all the words we ought say, and weigh all the oaths and debts to repay, thus avoiding irrevocable treason. So this is about righting wrongs. It's about karma. Also know that again, sometimes things don't seem, you realize things in hindsight more than you do at the time. Right? Again, needing sometimes with space and time, you just with age or things you've been through, whatever it is, your perspective on things change, on yourself, on others, on the world, right? And this is about coming to terms with some things. Again, maybe, apologies, or righting wrongs, clearing the air, cleaning the slate, again, so that we're not taking with us regrets, shoulda, woulda, couldas, unfinished business, lingering. People need to speak their piece or come to terms with certain things, whatever it is, right? A timeless maiden stares serenely into space as she embraces her trilobite friends. Shielded by the ancient creatures, she is a symbol of ageless beauty and utmost patience. This is a girl who knows how to wait. Look. By the time them cards come out talking about patience, I'm like, look, don't even. Because it's like Guinness Book of World Records. I'm in that shit. There's one thing I have been, again, to the point where there's a difference between patience and ridiculousness. Knowing where that line is. Because sometimes, don't be the fool waiting forever. But sometimes you say, no, but you gotta wait, the whole divine timing thing and whatever. There's certain words that annoy you, and divine timing sometimes is one of them. Especially if you feel like, again, you've been waiting. This has been another theme, feeling like you've been waiting forever for whatever it is. Maybe you feel like you haven't peaked yet. Maybe you haven't had your moment. Maybe you've never had this or never done this or whatever it is. Sometimes people feeling like the time has passed or slipped away, or we're too old, or we waited too long, or whatever it is. Divination meaning expand your timeline. Trilobites are ancient creatures who once roamed our oceans for millions of years. Over time, they have become but fossil memories. Just as it took millennia for them to change, so too your situation will take much longer to mature than you originally thought. This is some bullshit over here. Whatever your situation is, it's probably how you feel. Take heart, however, this time will do you good. Again, especially if we got the chalk wood here. If there are things and steps and whatever you can do to kind of prepare for or put the effort into to manifesting, again, the co-creating, again, focusing on the day-to-day, not so much the big picture, right? Because the big picture seems to be taking a long ass time. Take this opportunity to meditate on your past and future actions. Consider your words and perhaps even rehearse your lines over and over again until you have everything just right. But more importantly, do not rush. Take your time and let each situation ripen in its own way. This is all about, too, control issues, right? Letting go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. I think everybody's pretty much memorized those romance angel cards. You may not know precisely what you are waiting for, but worry not. The time will not be wasted. Mentally expand your timeline and make good use of your wait. Antithesis, it is time to accelerate your life. Sometimes it is wise to allow nature to take its course and wait patiently. Sometimes, however, it is best to take control and speed up the tempo. This is kind of the same thing as the chalk wood. It's either telling you to relax. It's actually telling you both. Just chill out, do the little steps, but do something. Even though you don't know every single move. Just move, right? Sometimes, however, it's best to take control and speed up the tempo. Push forward quickly and do not be dissuaded if you have to drag someone along with you. Well, taking the initiative, right? So that is the message. Then we have a new start is coming. Don't let your past hold you back. This is the South Node. This is what we need to be moving away from, the karma that we came into this life with, and moving towards the North Node, right? And then we got some once in a blue moon shit. Believe in the impossible. Now, I mentioned her before, the Divine Debut 11 lady on the YouTube. I listen to her readings sometimes, and she also mixes in, the astrology and stuff. And she did a twin flame soulmate reading today. And she was speaking kind of about that. There is a window, especially for twin flames, that 2022 is the year that this needs to, it's the end, it's either going to come together or it won't in this lifetime. Like this is the window, and once this closes, there might not be another chance in this lifetime, and then which would go to waste for twin flames, because that is like the cherry on the top. If you're able to go through your own lessons and overcome your own stuff and shed your own karma, and also meet your twin flame, work out whatever stuff you guys might have from past lives or whatever things you came here to do, if anything, and ascending together, this is like, the cherry on the top. And this is an opportunity, supposedly, that's coming in for many fated, destined partnerships. And the twin flames, supposedly, are the most difficult. They go through the most to get to the point. Some, I guess, some come together, whatever. It depends on whatever karma you came in here with, right? But some of these things take a long time to finally come together. And that's where this whole thing about, seeing things from different perspectives, maybe something from the past is coming back around, something that you didn't expect to, and now here it is. And there's a reason for it. Maybe some people are realizing that it's more than what they thought that it was. And now is a once in a blue moon opportunity to make something right, or to choose a path, because again, it's going to change the course of your life. And if you make the wrong choice, it's going to be not so good. If you make the right choice, who knows? I said, I can't predict everybody's situation. I can't even predict my own. You are good enough, right? And your commitment is being tested. So this is where fear comes into play. We got the devil here, right? We had the devil, I think, in the masculines reading. A lot of people are in fear mode, fear of letting down their guard, fear of taking a chance again, especially if you've been hurt or you feel like there's like insurmountable obstacles or reasons or whatever it is. So a lot of people are toggling in their minds trying to make this decision as far as, which path to take, what's the right thing to take. And a lot of them, again, are operating from those old wounds, and fear is playing a big role, which is why more thoughts are transpiring than real life actions. And they're saying, if you don't start making the choice is going to be made for you. So again, the opportunity is here for whatever it is that you're needing to decide on. And they're trying to see, well, you say a lot of things, you say you want a lot of things, but are you ready for that? Are you willing to get out of your own way, apply the lessons you've learned, let down your guard, and see where this new journey or this new situation will take you. You know, you and your loved ones are safe. So if again, if there's worry surrounding the whole situation, the universe is just trying to say, relax. You know, can't hold on to things that are unfulfilling forever, right? Now, so we did those. Oh, we should do him. Mark the Mike the Myomancer. It's from the Fairy Oracle. The letters are funny. Sometimes you can't read them. And I thought I'd pull something from there. Do the fairies. Mike the Myomancer. Small clues, details, the messages everywhere. Patience. This is again, a lot of people have been getting signs. I know I have. I get it in songs a lot. You know, I get random songs in my head. Sometimes I don't even know the artist's name, the title of it, the whole words to the songs. It might just be the hook. It might just be, you know, one line. And then I have to go looking. I have to go looking it up. And what does this mean? And to see, because, you know, is it a message for me? Is it a message for me to share with the collective? Is it both? You know, who knows? But it's like a radio station. This is how it comes to me. A radio station that's constantly changing the dial, you know, moving from station to station, and it'll play just a few seconds of a song, and then it'll switch to something else. And so again, this is how it comes in. Sometimes it'll only be one, sometimes it'll be 3 or 4 or 5, 6 in a row, and then I'm like, geez. But I've been receiving them a lot lately. And whenever I go and look up the lyrics, then it kind of makes sense, kind of fits with a theme. So I look out for signs. I look for signs in nature all the time. You see a certain animal more than you normally do, you know, certain colors. Look those up. It's usually some kind of message. Same thing with repeating numbers, you know, these kind of things. And paying attention when the universe is trying to talk to you. Let's see. I guess I can read, because there's a lot here. So essentially, it's about him seeing hidden information in the patterns, right, of things, synchronicities, this kind of stuff. Little things can tell us a lot. Everything bears messages about the universe around us. Studying the details sometimes enables us to deduce the whole. Again, figuring out the reason why things happen, right? Sometimes we think when we have these tower moments, when something happens, that it may seem bad, but it's usually for our benefit. Or it's not as bad as you're thinking it's going to be. You know, but if you don't know, because you're just in your head. You haven't tried, you haven't spoken, you haven't, whatever it is. It's just in the fear and the thoughts, but there's no, you know, find out. Whatever it is you got to do. Attention to details is important at this time. Little things are not only important in themselves, but they also give you important information about larger things. Look for the inner hidden meaning in ordinary objects, happenings, and experiences. Life is trying to teach you something by speaking to you gently. With luck and application, you will get the message before it has to speak to you more loudly. I was gonna say, watch out. You don't pay attention, they can all just fall apart. Body language in humans as well as mice. Of course, he's talking about the mouse in here, because otherwise you'd be like, mice? Why is he talking about mice? There's a mouse in the picture, or in the little story. May give you useful information at this present time, especially if you learn to read it properly. A lot of times we can be suspicious, overly suspicious, which again is a big lesson for many people that have been through hell. Is to not be so suspicious that we just don't even give anything any opportunity or chance, right? Because we're already predicting the worst. The clues and answers you seek and things you need to know are all around you. You're surrounded by omens, portents, and signs, but the signs are not written on billboards in large letters. They are in the small happenings of your life. Be awake and aware. Hint, if you work out what the question really is, it is much easier to recognize the answer when it comes. Now, if this card came out in the reverse, which again, I didn't shuffle it, so it comes out either way, but I'm going to read the reversal as well. Possibly we are ignoring information readily available to us because we think the source is not important enough to pay attention to. This is when we underestimate people or situations or opportunities and what it's there to teach us. Why is it presenting itself? Again, sometimes we're thinking the worst about something, but sometimes the universe is bringing either a person or a situation into your life unexpectedly because we're too much been letting the moss grow on us. We haven't been caring for ourselves. So again, we've been in hermit mode, or we haven't been living. We've just been existing. Whatever it is, we may look at it as a threat or something that is, because we weren't expecting it. We were too busy in our comfort zone. Now here comes this thing. What am I supposed to do with this? Why now? Why would it believe me? I'm thinking about that myself. But sometimes the reason is beyond us. And that's where the faith comes in, and the paying attention to the guidance and the signs. Because, the universe wants us to flourish and be happy amongst the shitstorm that's around us, because at the end of the day, it's the closer relationships that will get you and help you through those storms, right? A lot of people have been in solo mode for a long time, myself included. You can get very comfortable being by yourself because, again, no drama. Nobody using me, nobody treat me like shit. There is a peace in that. But at the same time, you can't be an island unto yourself, especially now. Now is not the time to be, because, if shit starts popping off, you don't want to be stuck without anybody, which is why many people are contemplating, well, what am I doing? That's what I'm doing, because I'm out here by myself. And though I've been able to endure that for all these years, the world around me is kind of making it like, well, you can't be by yourself out here. So you're either going to connect with like-minded people here, or you need to go somewhere else where you can, because again, we don't know what's coming in. We need to be, we need to feel, everybody wants just to feel safe. You as safe as you can. As I've spoken. So maybe we're needing to pay a little bit more attention to, again, why certain things or situations or people are presenting themselves at this time. And instead of thinking worst case scenario, what is this here to teach me? What opportunity is being presented to me now? And for what reason? And figuring it out. On the other hand, we might need to realize that, oh wait, or perhaps we are seeing the messages and denying their validity because we don't like them. Again, we're getting defensive. Like, how dare you come in and ruin my comfort zone, my solitude, my status quo. Somebody's rattling the branches. Somebody, that's God rattling the branches, telling you to get out of the nest. It's time to get out of the nest. You've been in the nest too long. Right? Stop having an attitude about it and be happy that the change is coming in, because the other shit was stagnant. These are very human, not very wise things to do. Meaning it's human nature to do it, but it's not always coming from a place of wisdom. That's why the spirits are trying to tell you, because they know more than you. On the other hand, we might need to realize that while everything has meanings, not all meanings are worth worrying about. Sometimes it is important to keep the broad picture in mind and avoid getting lost in the detail. Again, we can overanalyze things too much and miss opportunities because you wait too damn long. You know, again, letting fear hold you back. If we feel confused by too many details and can't see the storm for the raindrops, we can try backing up and looking at our overall goals and situations. You know, what do you want, and how can this work? Whatever it is. So there's that. In the past, look at this, 46 minutes. We haven't even gotten to the damn cards. In the past, we had the devil. And we had the Page of Cups. Oh, first, my bad, we have Temperance. That was the overall major arcana for the next 2 weeks. This is about, again, tempering the energy, not being so on guard, not being angry about whatever is being shown to you here, because there's a reason for it, and it's not to be against you, it's to be for you. It's to open a door to some new opportunity, right? But you have to see that, right? This is about needing to put things into perspective. It's about higher learning on your journey, divine timing, right? The ability to make good choices, self-evaluation, re-examining life priorities, seeking balance between the inner and outer self, searching for higher meaning and purpose in life, clashing between the old and the new you, right? Applying those sea legs, as I mentioned in the last reading, not falling back on our usual patterns of behavior, which could be self-sabotatory, right? Being able to be the fool, having detachment, and again, and not already assigning things to stuff that you don't even have all the facts on, right? It's about wanting to avoid pain and conflict, of course. Nobody want to deal with that shit. Evaluating seclusion, right? So again, do we hide away too long? It's about purpose and meaning. And about patience too, I guess, with the good things come in time, or whatever it is. However you can make yourself feel better for the long ass time you've been waiting. Sprinkle whatever happy little message that makes you feel good. You know, again here, the devil in here, right? Devil usually signifies, again, toxic cycles, toxic behavior patterns, karma, Saturn, right? Perhaps things that happen over and over again, situations we find ourselves in over and over again. And either we are messing it up or the other person's a piece of work or whatever it is, right? It's also about finding scapegoats to blame others for our situation or our problems. Well, if only this, and then if only they, and if only I, and if only, right? Not being accountable for oneself, right? Something that's draining and sucks the life out of you. Oof. Losing vitality and life energy. Again, addictions. And it could be anything. Addiction to stinking thinking. Addiction to substances. Addiction to gambling. Addictions to sex addictions. Whatever your stuff is. Addictions to money. Materialism. A lot of people choose money over something heartfelt. You know, they seek material things instead of heartfelt things, right? But again, when you leave this world, which one do you take with you? It's not the money. Now, this also speaks of deceptions, negativity, lack of control, right? Self-imposed hopelessness, pessimism, needing to take back control of yourself, of your life, unhealthy bonds, again, materialistic desires, obsessions, over-investing in things, that perhaps weren't for our highest and best. And, only a crisis usually will break this, which again, usually something that comes in the form of a very hard and painful lesson. That's the wake-up call. And that can be a doozy, and then you usually go through the dark night of the soul, and then you usually start on some kind of spiritual path, and then you start looking into your own shit and your own tendencies, and why you seem to attract certain situations and people, or why you were showing up this way, and why they were showing. Again, it starts you on that path. That's what I went through. And again, sometimes you can be in the cave and like the hermit for years, healing from these things, right? And a lot of people are afraid of now going out of the gate because they've been through toxic situations, right? Where again, well, this person here has got the fish. The fish is out of the cup. It's like it is dying. It's missed opportunity, something that was not an investment that was not returned, right? An offer that was not uh, given or taken because of, again, our own attachments, negative attachments to whatever, right? It's also something that's unexpected. So something in the past could have happened unexpectedly, and we didn't know how to deal with it, and so we let our usual tendencies take over, right? Um, Kindred spirit. It's another thing for the Page of Cups. Maybe you thought something was too good to be true. So sometimes it is. But sometimes, again, we don't recognize something for what it is the first time around. And that's why after time apart or whatever, you're getting different perspectives on a lot of things. So there might be some re-examination of stuff. And in the past, in regards to this, we got hell no. This is not supported by the universe, and it's in your best interest to reconsider. This is, of course, the devil energy. This is maybe, again, a regret that someone's having, because at the time, this is what they thought. Oh, no, I can't do this. And again, and so something was missed here. We have user, abuser. Someone is or was being used, or is or was doing the using. The same in regards to abuser. Abuse takes many forms: emotional, mental, verbal, physical, and financial. If you are on the receiving end, free yourself. If you are doing the do, go kick rocks. Kick them all the way to a therapist and heal thyself so you stop destroying your own life and the lives of others. So again, some people are probably dealing with narcissists, narcissistic types. And this can, again, bring a lot of fear in regards to wanting, giving people opportunities, because we think there's ulterior motives, which, again, is why a lot of people are being faced with a new opportunity that's presenting itself, and it's warning you not to fall back on your usual patterns of showing up, running from things, because again, we expect the same thing again. If you were a person who ran from a situation, if you were a person who was in a situation that was toxic, this was your lesson that you had to learn, not to be giving your cup to people who aren't there to, who aren't going to be giving you theirs. Basically, you were in a karmic situation. So either, again, fear kept you from something because of a past experience, or you were in something that was whatever. Depends on what it fits here. So that was something that you had to learn. And in the present, you got the Nine of Pentacles and you got the Ten of Wands. So, presently, you're by yourself. You're, seem to be doing okay financially. You seem to be somewhat content, right? But, at the same time, you're feeling a bit burdened, maybe by life, maybe because, again, can't be an island unto ourselves. Nines and tens are also like reaching the end of something. Maybe we're tired of being alone. Maybe we're tired of carrying all the burdens of the world by ourselves, right? You could be self-sufficient, but still feel, Now, and obviously there needs to be an ending to a cycle here. Something needs to be let go of so that something new can come in. And sometimes, again, holding on to that singledom, or focusing again on just material things and not having a support system, or not, again, just trying to take on everything by yourself. Sometimes it's not good, right? Feeling strained and oppressed, feeling weighed down, right? Feeling like you got a lot on your plate, perhaps even in regards to making decisions. I mean, we've had the Lover's card there, whatever. It's time to make a move. Are we going to ignore signs the universe is giving us, or are we going to just continue to be not all that can be, right? This is also feeling burdened a little bit, maybe in regards to moving, thinking about moving, what it's going to entail. And I don't know, I'm kind of just here. I'm kind of content here. That, again, it's the idea of getting out of the nest. We can argue for all kinds of ways of why we should stay here. But look, I've got everything I need. I'm whatever. But do you? Do you have everything you need? In the near future, we got the Six of Cups. We have Justice and the Hierophant. So that's pretty significant, I would say. Obviously, Six of Cups. These people are running. Usually, it's one person giving the flowers to the smaller one, right? Speaks of innocence, childlike innocence. It speaks of soulmates. It speaks of happier times. It speaks of home life, contentment, leaving worries behind, right? Reunions with past friends or lovers, right? It's about the past and the future. Usually the small child represents the past, the big child represents the future. But the two of them are, instead of exchanging, that they're running back to the person that's back there or to the home. So there is a sense of, we've already exchanged, now let us go into the house. Now let us, you know what I'm saying? Not like the Two of Cups, but the same thing. Like the offer was made and accepted, and now they're going to enjoy the happy home. All the cups here are filled with flowers. Everything's growing, everything's blooming, because this is the after tarot. So there is, with time, more things were allowed to blossom and grow. And now you can kind of see a little bit more the reason for the initial exchange, right? Now, this is also wanting to return to happier memories of the past, or just happier times within oneself. Again, being able to be the fool, being able to, again, have that lightheartedness that comes with looking at the world or experiences through a child's eyes, something that's new again, right? It allows that fresh perspective. Wanting to escape, right? Escape from negativity and onto happier things. Returning to the familiar. To overcome, again, future problems, make sure that we take the time to heal, right? Things from the past, again, so that we don't show up in the same way. And self-sabotage. Justice, again, the opportunity for karmic justice to be served in the situation. Rights being wronged. Things that now make sense, perhaps that didn't. Fairness, again, truth. Facing the spiritual consequences of our actions, for good or bad. Again, clearing the karma, clearing the slate. It's about compassion as well, because again, everybody plays their roles in things. It's about living and learning, and if you can forgive and move past, that is better all around, right? This is also about actions that have long-term consequences. So again, we want to make sure that we make the right choices. Now, and of course the Hierophant speaks again of, there's two people there that have come in front of the Hierophant to learn, right? Karmic lessons, learn about themselves and their journey, to understand, again, the bigger reason of why things happen, right? Soulmates, soul groups, twin flames, whatever. Learning again about what's important. This is also can speak about, marriage as well. coming together unions, right? Our belief systems. So, exploring one's spiritual or religious heritage. I try to leave religion out because that's another video. But again, seeing spiritual connections, or again, seeing the synchronicities, understanding the bigger picture of the who's, what's, when's, and why's. Wise counsel, sacred wisdom, linked to the divine. Right? Coming together to benefit for further learning, sharing knowledge. Again, because it's the journey, right? What have we both learned on the journey? How can we apply it? What are we meant to do together? These kind of things. And then you got facade. This is again solar plexus chakra. This is supposed to be the inner child, right? And this is the person holding the hand of the inner child, because again, all our conditioning, most of it stems from childhood. What did we learn? What did love look like to us as a child? And this is how we let it play out in the rest of our lives, right? Based upon, again, what we saw, what we experienced. And this stems also from our own feelings of worth and having to learn to overcome, again, any negative views of oneself so that we don't, allow others to treat us like shit. Or we learn to have compassion where we don't take other people for granted. Whatever your lesson is, whatever it is, it stemmed from childhood. So this is, again, letting go of whatever those facades are. I'm not good enough. I'll never have, whatever it is. Right? Instincts. This is about following one's instincts. Then we have passion. And then we have insecurity. This is a little devil again. See? People trying to get you off your path. People trying to, the little devil on the shoulder trying to talk you out of whatever, having you second guess things or try to keep you stuck in the same patterns because that's what he likes. Right? But it's telling you instead to listen to your higher wisdom. Let go of the facades. Let go of the narratives. Follow your passions. What's going to make you happy, what's going to have you be fulfilled, what's going to bring you justice in your own personal life, perhaps in regards to another person or other people, whatever, karmic stuff we have to deal with whoever we're dealing with, right? Not being afraid to express ourselves, to explore our talents. Again, because this isn't just relationship stuff. This is just you in general, as far as getting the most out of your life experience as you can while you can. And not letting fears hold you back, or stinking thinking, or self-doubts, or shoulda, woulda, couldas, or whatever it is. Seize the day. Right? I don't think I need to read from the book because I kind of just did it. And we're already so late into the reading. And then I say here, well, what can be changed? What actions can be taken, right? And we have here the flowers. I should show you the flowers. And then occupation. And then we had the moon. And we have the main male. And then we have the rider and expectation. And then we have journey and the anchor. So I didn't lay these out in the traditional way where it's 3, 3, and 3. But still, Occupation and the flowers. It could speak about, putting in some work, putting into some effort, putting in some effort to share your gifts or make some kind of offer to someone, make some kind of move towards something that you're wanting to, again, invest in, right? And then the moon and the main male, the moon in this here could speak about social standing, could speak about, fame and success. Also, things that are hidden, unknown things. And then we have the main male. So maybe the main male is unsure about making an offer or if he should invest in something, or vice versa. The female is thinking the same thing, or whoever's involved here. I say male, female, could be whatever it is. There's a thought. Somebody's also waiting on a message. Someone's thinking about sending a message. This is usually good news. We have journey here and the anchors. Anchors about our stability, long term, what we want long term, what investments we want to make long term, right? And we have two people here. So again, maybe this dude is thinking about, and this person is waiting to hear and wondering, or again, this is everybody's kind of just trying to figure out what they're doing, what they want to invest in. Some might be thinking about their career, their money, their social standing. Some might be fearing the unknown. Some might need to move to actually travel. Some of this is just describing also to your journey in general, your life's journey, right? And following signs when you get them, not fearing the unknown, giving and receiving energy, and not staying stuck and stagnant and isolated and missing out. Thinking again about long term, what you want to do, what you want to have. And it's about persevering again on this difficult path. Now, let's take a few. Oh, yeah, we got these as well. So somebody's needing to figure out some stuff. And someone's needing to make some moves. We got past life issue. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. So again, past life, actual past life, someone just from the past in this life, both just your own issues from past lives that you brought into this, or you acquired because of past situations, whatever it is. Something needs to be healed, something needs to be released, something needs to be acknowledged and changed and transcended so that we can have justice and all of that. God box. Write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called the God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. So again, it's about letting go of our stresses and worries and fears and our scenarios that have no basis in any kind of fact. It's just all in one's head. Integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what is right for you. So it's doing the right thing for the right reasons, knowing what is right for you, and that comes again from a healthy perspective, not a fear-based perspective. Because again, we can argue for or against. It all depends on, again, looking at it from a real place and not a what if, again, fear-driven place. What does your, I don't say what does your heart say, but again, because for me, it's like at this point, I followed my heart so many times, and it led me down the hole. But again, if I learned, maybe all happened as it should. You can't knock, again, your journey or why things happened the way that they did. If at the end result the lesson was learned and the karma was shed, that's all the universe cares about. Even if you're busted up from the experience, if you got through it, that's all the universe cares about. And that's where you should give yourself more credit as well. And again, and not allowing the shadow aspect of ourselves dictate what we should be doing in every situation. Right? Clairvoyance. Archangel Raziel, I'm here helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Right? So this is again about signs and paying attention to the messages that you're getting and not allowing the little devil dude here to say, nah, man, don't listen to that. Remember what happened last time? But sometimes, like I said, allow people to show you who they are through patterns of behavior. What do have people consistently shown you over time? And that'll give you a clue. Chakra clearing. Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. So this is again about clearing the energy to make space for something new. Prioritize. Archangel Metatron, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. That's where you got the chalkboard coming in there and whatever. They're saying, get crack-a-lackin'. Passion. Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and careers. You have the passion card here. All right. Take back your power. Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Again, release the demons. Brilliant idea. Archangel Uriel, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your ideas to fruition. So whatever that is, if you feel like you're guided towards a person, place, thing, there's probably a reason for it. Angel therapy. Archangel Raphael, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So we have the Ten of Wands here. Maybe it's about stop overanalyzing, stop overthinking, and just take practical steps. Trust the guidance that you're receiving. Figure out what's a priority for you in your life. Don't self-sabotage. Don't, don't shut out things that you haven't even given a chance to because you're already assuming some other shit. Miracle. I trust in God to know the perfect solution to the situation. Marriage. I make a commitment to a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my partner. It's kind of like, again, with the Hierophant, right? Children. My heart is filled with the love for children, which creates miracles and positive changes for them and me. This could be family life, marriage and children, combining families. This could just be, again, one's own commitment to whatever it is, whether it's partnerships, talents, projects, philanthropy, whatever it is, right? This also speaks on new beginnings, inner child, all kinds of stuff. Health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. So again, try to de-stress, try to take care of your physical body, your mental health, your emotional health. God. I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me in this situation. Right? Let go and let God. Stop trying to control everything out of fear. This comes from abuse. This comes from people that have been dogged out. It's to be expected. But the universe is trying to say, trust. Enthusiasm. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I follow. Again, instead of looking at things as, what the hell you doing here? Why is this showing up? Try to say, this is interesting. What is this here to teach me? What adventure awaits? And integrity, you got integrity twice, the collective. So again, doing the right thing. I trust in my ability to know what is true for me. What's going to make you happy? What's going to bring you fulfillment? What's for your best? And again, it's not fear-based decisions. Well, it's best for me to be by myself. It's best for me to shut everybody down. It's best for me to not even try, because every time I try, I always fail. This is the difference between a healthy approach to decision making and some devilish approaches. Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. Christ consciousness, living and learning, forgiving oneself and others, compassion, right? Mother. I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. Some people can have mother issues, right? This mother issues, father issues. This is also speaks about just nurturing oneself, nurturing one's relationships, right? Understanding too, that certain relationships are more important or play a more important role in your soul's path, soul group, whatever, twin flame, soulmate. There is certain relationships that are meant to help cultivate who you are. And usually they're the ones that are the closest, right? And then you also have inner child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. So this is, again, always stems from childhood wounding. And again, for some, it's also healing some kind of family dynamics here. Watched over. I allow myself to feel safe and enjoy my life, knowing that heaven is watching over my loved ones and me. So this is telling you not to worry about the family situation or whatever, or this situation, or yourself, whatever it is. Know that you're watched over and you're being guided. They're wanting you to heal. They're wanting you to believe in miracles. They're wanting you to not give up, to persevere, to follow your dreams. You don't know how much time you got left in this world, so don't give up hope. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. And there you have it. 123. Sounds good. Oh, wait, but we gotta give a couple of these. And then we gotta get a few from there and a few old maids, and then that's it. So what other messages do you have for the collective for the next 2 weeks? Trust. Didn't I say that already? Trust. Third eye chakra. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. That's why you got the instinct here. Chakra balance. All things work best in conjunction with all things. Meditation to see more clearly. Close your eyes. That's crown chakra. Heart chakra. Connection. Father Divine and Mother Earth make love to your hearts. This is about, again, connections, not being an island unto oneself, opening one's heart, not being closed off. Know that sometimes, 2 heads are better than 1. Too many heads, then you get into group thinking. It's not so good. But you know what I'm trying to say. Anything else? Yeah. Abundance. The world is abundant when you choose to see it that way. Again, perspectives. Okay, and we'll grab some of these. Play. Who fell out? Intention. Setting our intentions. Knowing what we want and taking action. Truth. Again, the Ace of Swords. Speaking the truth. Seeing the truth. Accepting the truth. Whatever it is. Getting honest with ourselves. Or whoever else. Oops. Obedience. So obedience could again speak about the devil, right? Being a slave to our own bullshit, right? Doing what we usually do. Most of the time, that shit don't work. Don't be free yourself. And release. Let go of the shit that this ain't happening. And have courage. So what old maids you got for the collective for the next 2 weeks? Let's see what else we got. That's too many. But we'll take them because they're funny. Birthday girl. So again, this reminds me of like the Fool, right? A new beginning, a new year, a new start. Embracing again, perhaps making a wish, having a wish fulfillment, something to celebrate, right? Something that's come around again. And there's an opportunity to enjoy the second time, whatever, around the new chance. Couch potato. Because this isn't happening anymore. This, with the cats and whatever else. Again, needing to get physically active, needing to invest in our appearance and our whatever. Again, we're needing to stop being this friggin' guy, a hobo. Looking like a hobo, feeling like a hobo, dealing with hobos. Time to just get the shit together. Champ, because you're a champ, you're a fighter. You've been through the mill, you're still standing, or it's time to start fighting for better things, or what you want. We got Hitchhiker. This is about journeys here. We had Journey here, we had the Rider here, so maybe again some people are needing to take a trip someplace, relocate, new environment. But it's about moving on, moving forward, being not afraid to experience new places, new things, new people, new friends, amigo, right? Forming new friendships or being a friend. Again, maybe if you've been hiding out, you've been not social, whatever it is. Anything else? And then we got Mother again, which is interesting. We've got a lot of repeating things here. And again, some might be thinking about family life, motherhood, or again, needing to nurture something, care for something, right? What is, oh, I don't think I have it over here. But there is something going on there. Again, maybe somebody needs to work again on their parent-child relationship. Or maybe some people are consulting their mother for advice on some things. That could be another scenario. But whatever it is, good luck. And on that note, until next time, take care. Bye-bye.